Our Community Engagement Division here at the Office of Hawaiian Affairs serves many functions, but one time a year, every 2 years actually, we become Election Information Central. Here to talk more about our elections initiatives is Alice Silbanuz.
As you know, Ka Wai Ola News is our community newspaper that is focused on the Native Hawaiian community that is published by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs on a monthly basis. And Ka Wai Ola News actually has a long-standing tradition or history of producing voter education information during election years. And this year we are proud to continue that tradition. But it is something a little bit different. We have decided to expand the voter education information that we are making available. So instead of focusing just on the Board of Trustees candidates and select candidates, we have decided to survey all of the candidates in all of the Hawaii races. So this includes...
Yeah, what is the numbers that we are looking at for that?
Well, in total, it's 337 total candidates that we surveyed, and we got back responses from 233 candidates. That's about 2/3 of every single candidate that is running for office this year. And this year is an important year. You know, the community has been through a lot, and there's an opportunity here to really voice where we stand on the issues of importance to the Lāhui. So we felt that it was important to share information from each of these candidates on where they stand on the issues. In addition to printing a number of these responses, we aren't able to print every single response that we collected in the printed Ka Wai Ola, but we have our brand new platform, kawaiʻola.news. So we are making the expanded survey information available as bonus content on this website. What we're encouraging people to do is to just go to the website. When you receive your ballot in the mail, sit down at your kitchen table, go over the candidates that are within your district, and make sure that you find out a little bit about these candidates before you check the box and make your decision on who you want to vote to represent you in these different offices. Now, for the questions, we went through an extensive process in order to collect the questions that we surveyed each of these candidates with. In addition to questions put together by our Ka Wai Ola editor, we reached out to our public policy program, and they reached out to our DC Bureau in order to collect all of the questions. We also took into account a survey that OHA did at the beginning of the year, an Aloha Rising survey, where we asked people, what are the most important issues to you right now in Hawaii? And they came back with the top 5 things that they came back with were affordable home ownership, proper management of land and water resources, Native Hawaiian representation in government came up, poverty in Hawaii, and then also access to Hawaiian homelands. So that mix of hot button issues as identified by the survey, as well as the issues that OHA has continuously advocated for here on a state level as well as a federal level, have been combined and shared out with the candidates. We asked the candidates to provide yes or no responses to these different issues. And as you can imagine, the issues are very complicated. And so a lot of the candidates wanted to be able to provide narrative responses or provide a little bit more information about why they said yes or no on a particular question. So we asked those candidates to provide us with their website information or with their social media platforms so they can share those narrative responses, share what it is that is being taken into account into their decision making. And we will print those websites and social media accounts right next to their yes or no responses. So we really encourage people to check out the issue, take a look at where the candidates stand on the issues, but also take the extra step to go to their websites, find out a little bit more about these candidates and why they feel so passionate about yes or no in these particular issues.
Mahalo for doing, that work in trying to provide a balance of perspective and also a format that it can be that is accessible. to the public.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely an endeavor, but I think that it is something that is definitely worthwhile. I have to give a shout out to my staff who have been working double time, in order to be able to provide. They've been working late nights in order to provide this information to everyone. Our Ka Wai Ola editor, Pua Fernandez Acabine, as well as our graphic designer, Kalina Pacho, have really put a lot of themselves into this issue.
Well, mahalo nui, Alice, for joining us today again. And this is such timely information as, election season is upon us, right? And beginning in July, right? By mid-July, July 21st is when the ballots will land at everyone's home. And have to be turned in by August 8th, right? So we are hosting OHA candidate forums on our own Office of Hawaiian Affairs Facebook platforms, and also on OEV TV. We're partnering with OEV TV on this, so our audience can go and check out each of the candidates who wanted to participate or who will want to participate can do so in these candidate forums. And I'll just have to look down at my notes for a little bit. So for OHA, Molokai, and Kauai candidates, it'll be on Thursday, July 2nd from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Also on Thursday, July 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. we will have the Hawaii Island candidates. And then of course we're gonna close out the candidate forums on Tuesday, July 14th with the OHA at-large candidates. And again, that's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Mahalo nui, Alice, and mahalo to the team in the digital and print media staff for working those long nights. And I want to send a shout out to also our community outreach staff who's out there putting this forum together for all of us to get educated on. Mahalo nui. Ahiho.